Hello, everyone. I am sailing solo tonight. So, chat, I need to look alive. I need you to help me keep the space full. Nothing too bad's going on. Just March has some family in the hospital, so he's going to be out for I don't know how long, if he's even going to show up today. I told him not to worry about it, obviously. So he might come in partway through the stream, he might not come in at all. But I'm not worried about it. I got ideas. I kind of know what I'm doing. So today we're going to mostly focus on the eyes. I'm going to do a little bubble eyebrows too. And other than that, honestly, I'm just going to be chilling. We're going to be all chilling here. I'm not as nervous as I was the first stream. I've kind of figured it out a little bit, but not fully. I don't figure things out. This is my 4th episode. I'm allowed to make mistakes. So I'm going to start with just doing the bubble eyebrows first. That is something that Crispo over at Stout taught me how to, not taught me how to do, but suggested just to make him a little bit more expressive. And I was like, you know what? I like that. So we're going to do the thing. But I hope you all are doing pretty well today. It's going to be kind of figuring little things. I'm not. There you go. Gotta give him a little. I want it right here. No, it's gotta be low. He's doing a little scrunchy. He's doing scrunch. Not sure exactly what I fully want to talk about today because not much is going on in my personal life that I care to talk about on stream. I feel like these streams, they're definitely really good for what they're intended for, which is the whole social anxiety aspect and everything like that. Those look too much like eyebrows. Let's make them a little shorter, a little rounder. I don't want to talk too much about the books until I hit affiliate. I also have a tendency to not like repeating myself. So I don't want to like every time someone new comes in chat, just be like, this is what we're doing, you know? Like if you have questions, talk in the chat. Be initiative, you know? I want to engage with my audience. I want to make my audience feel like they can engage. I'm gonna make this more bubbly. More bubbly. There we go. I know a few of you are lurkers, but it's okay. We're allowed to lurk. Lurking's fine. Do I hate it? Yes? Not sure. I think it needs to be there. Okay, yeah, it needs to be less down and more up. I did a little bit of editing in between the streams for his highlights and their little shinies just to make that, there's a quick edit just to make that something I don't have to do on stream as much for the tinier edits. I'm going whatever I don't finish today is it's going to be done throughout the next week and put on YouTube in a time lapse, which I'm hoping to have out by Saturday or Friday. Depends on how long it takes me to finish the other two emotes and editing and doing a little voiceover and figuring out what I do for music when I'm not talking. I mostly use Stream Beats currently for my sounds, and I really like them. This one's gonna be more because they're curious. Just do the basic shape and then just make it more bubbly. I'm excited about doing the eyes, but I wanted to do that after this because suspense. Give you guys something to wait for. But I've been drawing. I'll talk a little bit about myself. I've been drawing for pretty much my entire life. I'm all self-taught. I taught myself how to use Krita. I've done so also by just doing um the tutorials on their YouTube and online and just being engaged in their blog. If you haven't used Krita before, I'm open to doing like little kind of how to's for stuff that I understand how to do and like different techniques for doing things that I may not have done the same way that they do. Because I know there's some people that use a lot of filters. I don't like using filters as much. Color correction maybe for a finished art and like a finished piece, but for something like this where it's just a reference sheet, I'm not going to do color correction because I want the base colors to be very specific and they're not like intended to have any type of warm or cold or like not supposed to have any type of effect to them or any type of engagement with the environment. They're just here for me to understand what I actually want my colors to do. Let's curve up that eyebrow a little bit. Um, yeah, that looks fine. That looks totally fine. Same with these. I got that outline in there. Now it's just time to gonna do some soft erase. Hard erase first. Don't listen to me. Gonna erase that inside for the most part, leaving a little bit for the outline and some highlights. You can always go back and refill. I prefer traditional drawing, if I'm being honest. It took me a long time to get used to digital, but it's really hard to stream traditional. And also, I prefer digital for doing color and for proportions because I can just fix them easier. I've also been writing for a very long time. I've been writing on and off since I was like 6. Mostly as a hobby, didn't actually do it. I attempted to get published when I was 8, with my mom as a co-signer. And we didn't know any better, and it was a vanity publisher, and it just did not go well. And ended up costing us more money than we ended up making from it. So it's really not about going back into being published for a while until kind of recently, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna give it another go. I'm gonna give it another shot. What's the worst that can happen? I learned my lesson, at least one of them. I can only learn more. And I'm taking it the long and hard route. Doing my query letters, doing traditional publication. I'm not fully into doing the self publication, mostly because the only way you can do it right now is through Amazon or Barnes and Noble, and I rather do Barnes and Noble because Amazon can eat it. They, in general, just have a lot of practices that I don't agree with. Did I just out myself? Maybe. But I don't care. Um, Sorry, I do get quiet when I hyper focus, and there's some small spots here where I'm like, I need to do the hyper focusing. Or I could just zoom in me. That'll make it easier, right? Totally. Since he's a little dewdrop here, it doesn't have that many bubble effects happening, so I don't need to be as crazy with it. I will still give them a little shimmer. But I'm not going to be doing anything too hyper crazy here, and that's from behind, so that's fine. They make me smile. Okay, that's all I need to know from them is if they make me smile or not. I started writing mostly about just like I've always had wizards and spellcasters in my writing. I was a very big Animorphs fan growing up. I read a lot of Sherlock Holmes. I've read a lot of Redwall. I watched a lot of Redwall. Redwall was extremely influential to my tastes, both as a child and an adult. I grew up on a farm with a lot of land outside, so I would spend most of my days just going out and running around and playing pretend. Like I always wanted to go on an adventure. I always wanted to just go out in the backwoods and hike and just get lost for a few hours. Do I like that? Not sure. I think I want. There we go. Add some swooshies and make it more my style. Make it a bit more palatable to me. I didn't have a lot of TV time. I was always drawing. Not always, but I had coloring books. I remember one time I was left home alone on accident and I was taking a nap. I woke up and no one was home. I was just like, whatever. And I just grabbed my coloring book and then just laid down on the living room floor and then just started filling it in and coloring and doodling. My mom got home all anxious and was just like, "Oh my god, like, are you okay? Like, we forgot." And this is like, I'm like, "I'm fine." I was 8. And I was just like, "I was gone. You were gone for maybe an hour." Like, I know where the cups are. I can get my own water. Speaking of, I do have water with me today, so I will be hydrating. But as far as everything else goes, I am one follower away from my goal. So please help me do that. Heck yeah. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. A little dollop. Little dollop. Right there. Oop. And like that. Yeah. Do I like that one on the bottom? Yes. I'm gonna say yes. We'll have her do a little soft thing on it to make it not as in my face. Something I need to start doing with the other one as well, because I don't have the opacity set with the other one. Haven't done that very often. Cause now, if I don't do it with all of them, it looks weird. I didn't do it at all with the other bubbles, so I'm just gonna not worry about that right this moment, and I'm just gonna erase that because I don't need it. We got everything else happening. Cool. Take this. Go back down to my threes. Make a few lines a bit more sharp. Gonna refill that one in a little bit. There. Heck yeah. Okay. So that gives it a good amount of definition there. How do I want? That's fine. Because all that will be done with the shading. I did move a few things around. I moved the palette over here for right now to make things easier. I was actually prepared today because I had plenty of time to be prepared. And because of everything going solo, I'm just like, I need actual preparation today. Can't do my usual just winging it. Unfortunately. Coffee. I even did some remember to do my vocal exercises today. Speaking of coffee, with a proper cup of coffee and a copper coffee pot. One of the tongue twisters I learned in college. I had a whole class that was literally just learning twisters. Can't even speak still. There's also accents and stuff like that and figuring those type of things out. The shade and the fill goes on the bottom. I had them all in the wrong order. It's okay. They're at least here now. But Ender, don't worry. Again, most of my technique is just filling everything in and then erasing what you don't need, especially for stuff like this. That's how you get those really soft transitions. I did a lot of scenic painting in college, went to college for theater. And that was one of my favorite things to do was dry brushing. But even then with dry brushing, sometimes it's still too much on the project. Just take a clean paper towel and wipe it off and it's fine. You end up getting a really nice effect sometimes too, where you wouldn't get that with a normal dry brush. And this is soft eraser time. We're gonna because this one's gonna be a bit difficult because we also got everything on the bottom happening. Like below this layer. Last night was movie night in the den. We watched The Lovely Bones and WC A Love Story. I shortened that because if you know what it is a 2009 romantic comedy. Rated R for nothing but its subject matter. It's actually ended up being very, very cute. And I highly enjoyed it and I recommend it. It's based off of a novel. I currently forgot what that novel was. It's also one of Marx's favorite movies. It is generally about a young man that takes his own life, unfortunately, after his girlfriend breaks up with him. And he finds out that his girlfriend did this, followed in his footsteps not long after. And he goes on this afterlife road trip to try to find her. And in the meantime, makes new friends and learns how to find meaning in the afterlife. This is adorable. The Lovely Bones, on the other hand, it's a great movie, beautiful movie, one of my comfort movies. It's low on the list of comfort though. It's it's a cathartic movie. It's a movie that makes me feel good about things that have happened in my own life. About possibilities of the afterlife and things like that. I realized the other day a lot of my comfort movies have to deal with either people dying or people that are already dead. I'm like, you know what? It's a vibe. We're here. I need to re-add some shading here to make it look thinner. top of my list for comfort movies has to be Dead Poet Society with Robin Williams and Big Fish. Absolutely love Big Fish. Another comfort movie that is a strange one, possibly, to have is 12 Angry Men, the 1997 version. It's absolutely beautiful movie. Has a lot of themes that don't get talked about enough, I don't think, in movies nowadays in a respectful manner. Because you still saw the men as just as men. They're just 12 angry men. And each one have their own reasons for wanting to get out of that room. As they're all on jury duty. We're almost there, guys. We're almost to the point where I don't have to do the bubbles anymore. The next art project I'm gonna probably do is gonna be Little Things of Ender and just restylize him. Get him kind of situated in that front. The Stoat is live. Fun little update on that. And the invite link for it is directly on my website. So you can use that to go through there. I have to go through Patreon and get rid or edit the first tier. Because when it was Discord, it was $2 a month to get access to the Discord. However, with how the Stoat is set up, that's no longer feasible. And it's also no longer fair. So I'll be disconnecting the Discord right after stream. So don't do it yet. Don't go over there. Don't go to Patreon. You can go to Patreon. And you should just to help me out. Sorry, there's a very long delay. A lot of these things I'm doing are more just to show agents and possible publishers in my query letters and stuff like, hey, I have an audience and they are interested in this material. Please give me a chance. That's basically what this is for. Again, not going to go too in depth on what the book is fully about at the moment. If you've been in my last streams, you know that my book Petric Glass is about a mage that gets kidnapped by vampires that are running a blood trade. And mage blood, which is blue instead of red, tastes better. To some vampires and others for consumption. See, I'm hyper focusing, but also trying to do conversation at the same time, as you can tell. So I'm gonna be a little all over the place, kind of. Okay, so there's that. Get that. Do 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 do. Bubble. His whites look a little weird down here, so I am going to thin them out. But Rain is then, sorry, going back to what the book is about. Rain is then saved by a group of pirates. Captain Beatrix and her crew upon the turncoats. With his return basically turning into a ransom notice. Yeah. I'm gonna do the fill, do a slight fill for a few of these here. Just to give it a bit more definition. And the rest of the book just follows him on his journey home. Let me make that smaller. Do some blendy blends. Let me erase a little bit of that shade right here. This one, go back to fill, make sure it does the thing. There it is. And of course, my vampires are not typical vampires. My vampires are elves that were cursed with cannibalism. So if that is your fancy. I definitely suggest checking it out. It's a dark fantasy, and you know, it's one of the situations like, but the water's pink. That's not dark. I'm like, I mean, it is because the colors of the world don't necessarily make the world less goth and less dark because it's all about the context of what is actually happening within the world, within the universe. That may or may not make it terrifying. I know it's not a book that's for everyone. I don't fully want it to be. It's a book for anyone. Anyone who wants to pick it up. Anyone that wants a view on my philosophical idea of healing. That's what this is at its core, is a book about healing. And in order to heal, unfortunately, you have to follow the character through their trauma. But I'm more than okay with that. That's how I used to get through trauma growing up. I would imagine it in cir- different situations, different circumstances. There you go. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the really fun part because now the bubs are done. The bubs are done. Do I want to lower their? Did I lower the opacity in the other one? Trying to make them both consistent. No, they're doing their thing. Still gotta add some effects, but that is okay. I'll be doing that with this. That's gonna have that alpha layer because I don't want to deal with it. And some sparkles. Sparkles to the water. You remember Big Mouth Billy Bass? I remember him. My grandfather used to have one. But I think everyone's grandfather used to have one in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 70s. When was Big Mouth Billy Bass made? I'm curious now. It almost feels like it can't be before the 60s. I'm gonna look it up, gang. I'm gonna look it up on my phone right now. Because aren't both of the songs in it from around the 60s and 50s? The Throw Me in the Water and then the Don't Worry, Be Happy. When was Big? Oh. It was invented by Gemi Industries on December 16th, 1998. So I was way off. I was way too early for that. Some say it was a novelty item first made in 2000. So it's late 90s that came out. God, why was I thinking it was like late, like earlier? I associate Big Mouth Billy Bass with trains because my grandfather also had um a lot of model trains that he had at the same time in the same room. I think he had it set up too that whenever the train passed the motion sensor on the bass, it would just start going off. Which is hilarious to me. Okay, that part is done. Now we get to do the eyes. Eyes are one of my favorite things to do. It's super relaxing, super chill, very meditative. A lot of times when I do my art, I tend to listen to music, but of course, I can't really do that on Twitch. So we're just here right now. And I apologize for the silence. Time to zoom in on this bad boy. He's not always a boy. Bubbles is gender fluid because they're water elemental and I like puns. Literally, that's it. Let me zoom. Let me do this. Zoom in a little bit more for my own pleasure. There we go. Really get up to that line art. As far as other books that I've read growing up, a lot of Alice in Wonderland. My favorite, like, gold spine children's book growing up was Have You Seen My Purr? It's about this little farm cat that loses her purr and has no idea where it is. So she goes to all the different farm animals and asks about it. And of course, it's kids' books. So farm animals are just like, I haven't found your purr, but I have this sound if you want to borrow it. And Kittens is like, no. Stella Luna is a classic. Love that book. Forgot. It starts with a V. It's the one about the yellow snake. I enjoy that one as well. You'll know what I'm talking about. Then, of course, there is my other favorite from middle school, which was Ricky Tikki Tavi. It's fun to say. And also, it had a great message. I need to put a mongoose in my books. What is the plural of mongoose? Is it mongoose? Mongai? Mongoosen? You guys are getting shower thoughts today. It's all you're getting. My man just like to throw my phone on the side, so when I go to grab it, I'm like, what is this? What is the plural? It's mongooses, but mongoose is also used, according to Wikipedia. Okay, first layer of the eyes are done. So now, me center them a little bit, kind of figure out what they're really doing, what they're looking like. Okay. So now, alpha lock those. We're going to inherit alpha the rest of the eye layers. And we start the first one. Let me remove that alpha lock real quick because I found a little bit. Gotta get rid of because it's outside of the line art. I miss Vine. I was a Vine generation person, but like I never had a Vine. I would just watch compilations of them on the YouTube. So I believe most people did. Number two. Boop, boop. Nope. Thank you. Stop. Okay, so we do this and we leave a thing. Because one eye is going to be wide open and like bigger than the other. Almost put it on the wrong layer. this is going to be kind of like this. Let me see what the other one looks like. Bubbles, get down here. I'm going to bring you right down here so I can watch, like, look and see what I'm doing. Okay. Move you over just a wee bit more. I need to make those he's got is he looking straight or looking up? My brain's like, you could just copy him over. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Because I want to learn how I did them before so I can replicate them. Okay. So this definitely got to be more over here. That Yeah, put on some tunes. Have some fun. Me this. Okay. I think that's how I'm gonna start these. If I don't like them, I will fix them later. That's like half of what rendering is. It's like, do I like this? Do even more of that. Let's take this. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That one's too big. The other one is okay. Let's fill it in. Dang it. Okay. Hmm. How does one squint? How does one do the squinty eye? So that should still be just as rounded up here. There we go. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Fun. I'll probably fix it after the stream. If it's not exactly how I want it to be, you betcha. I'm also trying to be better about not being a perfectionist with my art, so. Because I shouldn't be. I have no reason to be. There's literally no reason. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no, I like that. The first layer of adding quote layers to things. The eyes is always the most annoying for this. And bubbles is harder because it doesn't have like eye whites, so it's like I can't just do outlines for where the pupils are and everything how I normally would. Like I would normally outline the eyes and all that jazz. I can't do that here. Because they're all glowy and shenanigans. Okay. I feel like that bottom needs a tiny bit. More curvature. There you go. Okay. Fill in up here. Do some soft erase on the sides to give it some more dimension. blend. Okay. Let me see how I want. Yeah, I'll have that eye be like a weird shape. That's fine. It kind of like the glow kind of moves with the effect that bubbles gives. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the next layer. Yay! So let me grab my notes real quick because those are okay. 2 and 3 get the pastel treatment. Everybody else gets a soft pencil treatment. Do 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 do. Okay. Ooh. Sounds like a March just came into the apartment. So honestly, I am going to pause for right now and see how everything's going. And then I will be right back. So just sit tight for a minute. And I'll be back in a few minutes. Mm. And we're back.
Look at that.
Yeah. I got.
There's eyes and fluorescence
Yeah, they
and
are.
eyebrows.
little bubble eyebrows.
Bubble brow.
Where is my? There it is. Put my art glove in my pocket and.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So today is mostly eye day. So that's
As
mostly
much as
what
I
I'm.
see you,
Yeah, that's.
you see me.
March is here, y'all.
Hello.
He made it.
How's it going?
No, I didn't want to zoom out. I'm doing streamer things. Here we go. Okay. Fixing everything.
We're just chilling.
Just chatting, just chilling.
Just doing our thing. Nothing to it. But just being some cool cats who chill. Chilling while chilling. Being villains. But not really villains because we're good people.
Meow.
So we're heroes. We're cool cat heroes just chilling. He is filling in the eye. He's filling in the eye
Of of the bubbles.
of the bubbles. And he just set like some parameters for measurement. I don't know what, but and yep, and there's some spinning, and there's some circles. There's some circles. Yes, look at him
What
go.
what are you doing?
I'm commentating.
This is not a sports network. It could be, but it
As he
ain't.
continues to go in circles, filling in the circle, I'd like to say, John, that he has a great control, really good technique here. What do you think, John? I'd like to think that I completely agree on the technique. Um, he's taking a momentary pause. I think he's got to like collect himself, and really like look back on like how he's going to continue to. Oh, look at that! That's just beautiful. You got to really appreciate this work that he does here. I would completely agree, John.
In my life,
Yeah,
I agreed to this.
yeah, you did. That's okay.
I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. That's fine.
Oh, I wouldn't change anything for the world. With
Look at him.
he's like,
There's a
kid.
cat. Please get us to 10 followers. You know what? If I make it to affiliate, we're getting that cat cam.
Cat cam.
Cat cam. And we all can watch the cat at the same time, and it'll be up in the upper corner, and then it's not just. It'll give you something more to like, oh, look at that,
Yeah, cat cam. Get it now. But personal matters aside, today went pretty well, and I'm here now.
Yeah. I did inform them earlier they did have a family in the hospital, but that's about it.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, my grandmother-in-law's in the hospital. Um, it may be about that time, unfortunately. Um, but she's a sweet old lady that's definitely filled my life with love and light, and it's just one of those things. There comes a time in everyone's time.
Yeah, we're very death positive people over here, though.
Exactly. So
So we're just like, it's happening. We're fine.
it's hard, but like it's also natural. So like it makes it easier at the end of the day because like it's a point of not building it up as too much, but it being just enough. And it's always going to be hard. You're never ultimately going to get over things versus facing things head on is going to be hard, but it's about how you deal with it at the end of the day and kind of the people you keep in your inner circle too sometimes. And then I come home and then I pet the cat and now my nose is all like, ah,
Take an allergy med.
I could. I should, but I'm not like getting super bothered by anything just yet. It could be my hat. Maybe I need to wash my hat. I don't know. You ever just be itchy
Yeah.
and just be itching and you're like, why am I itching so much? Like the itch is real. And like you itch the itch and it feels good, but then like another part of your body is like, no, I itch, but I itch more than normal. And it's like, ah,
It's like they're competing.
for real though. It's like dueling itches rather than dueling banjos.
Dueling itches and dueling banjos.
Dueling itches and dueling banjos, something about things that I know. I was gonna come up with a song off the top of my head, and then I was like, nope, this is just not happening because I failed. I failed.
You didn't fail. You had it, it's not quite a bar. You had a bit there.
Yeah, there was a rhythm. There was a very specific cadence that got really messed up, and that's all there is to it. And now we're gonna move on. Bubbles looks good.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I didn't mean for that to seem so aggressive.
I
But that was also part of the bit.
we
so-
have aggressive positivity in this house as well.
Yeah. Like, hey, baby,
What?
I love you.
I freaking love you too, you asshole.
Oh, hey, aggressive, not insensitive.
Yeah, you're my pain in the ass though, so it's okay.
Aw. You're my pain in the ass.
Hell yeah. Glad. Charmed.
My
Can we
brain.
just bring that back of people just saying charmed, like when they receive a compliment and they like it?
You know what's the phrase I want to bring back?
What?
Tally ho.
Tally ho?
You know, like when you're about to go do something faster than normal and you're like, tally ho, everyone. And then you start walking faster and it's like, what is this guy's problem? Oh, either he watched too much British television or he got hit on the head really hard one day and he did not recover well. But is that a bad thing? No. And sometimes maybe he would say it out loud anyways and people thought he was weird.
Porque no las dos?
And he'd pick up a stick and then use that stick as a walking stick and he's like, tally ho, chop chop everyone. And then everyone's like, what? What?
You sounded like Basil from Redwall.
Oh, hell yeah. Basil rules.
Basil does rule. He great.
He go rate. He facilitate.
Now I need.
No way that he gonna hate. It's Basil of Redwall.
The eyes match. I need to do blending in there. I need more blending in here before I move on. Otherwise, it's gonna bother me. Don't do it, me. Don't move on.
Don't move on. Don't do it. Don't go into the light. Turn off the lamp first.
What?
Well, because it's not good to stare at bright lights.
You right.
What do you think I was talking
I don't know.
about?
1, 2, 3, level 4.
You want to know what I was talking about, baby?
Yes.
It was one moth talking to another. Don't go into the light. Turn off the lamp first. Ah, I got you like a moth to a flame.
I'm gonna do a scream.
Gonna do a scream.
I'm gonna do a scrim. Alright, so now it's the glowy bit time. You never get to watch me do eyes, have you?
No, and I'm excited.
Hell yeah, because
Get
I
to put the glow on it.
put that glow on it. I'm on 3, boop. Because that's gonna match my line art. And we're gonna. I want it to be a 3. No, actually, because I want it to be a bit bigger to start with. Then it's going to go down to a 3. So we'll start at a 10. Sure. We'll do 10 and then basically 9, 6, 3. But 10's a fun number.
Aw. CL's just chilling on the tail end of your poncho that's hanging on the very end of the ground.
Aw.
Yeah, she's like, this is nice. It smells like that.
She's just loafing on my
Yeah,
blanket.
she's just loafing on the very tail end of the poncho, just hanging off that. This is ground control to Major Loaf. You are a cat. And you're floating in space. Space cat.
She's a space cat when she's in her backpack.
Space cat flying through space, flying through the space with a big smile on her face. Space cat, space cat, many adventures. Space cat, endless endeavors. Space cat. I almost didn't mess up my cadence, making up another song. Because I said adventures, and then my brain was like, "Oh God, what rhymes with adventures?" And I was like, "Oh, endeavors." And I was like, facing many, and I was like,
Yeah,
endeavors.
that.
You heard it. You were like, endeavors.
This is the therapeutic part.
It seems like it would be just drawing a lot of lines and just being like, yes, yes.
So you see it like start to take shape, and you're just like,
Kind of feels like the lyrics to one of my favorite Tool songs where like Maynard James Keenan is just repeating the line, I know the pieces fit. And I hear the second part of that song in my head, and every time I hear it, I never actually, I'm more curious.
I learned something today while you were gone.
Yeah.
The Big Mouth Billy Bass was invented in 1999 or 98.
I feel like I've heard of that before.
I thought like it was earlier. You know,
Yeah.
like it always felt earlier to me. That seems like something that should be around in like the 70s or 80s.
Big Mouth Billy Bass?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Probably it's because I tie it with grandfather energy.
Which is fair, but like Big Mouth Billy Bass also was kind of like a part of like infomercial culture for me. So I think it's like early 90s, late 90s, or mid 2000s. No, early 2000s, but not
Yeah.
mid.
Definitely early 2000s.
And that's what I thought I might have heard him say, but I never really. That is an honest admittance that I wouldn't. I love Tool. I'm a big fan of Tool, and I'm over here like, I didn't know what he says after the first part of the song. I know the pieces fit because I've watched them fall away. Mildewed and smoldering, fundamental differing. Hell yeah, okay. I watch the pieces fit because I watch them fall away. Boom. I'm a genius, motherfucking genius. No,
Whoa.
already my brain is like. At first, I saw you doing the inner circle, and then I look back up, and then all of a sudden you have a whole eye done, and I'm like, that is insane. Art is a perspective, but when you're not really paying attention, it can blow your literal mind. Also, with the pizza,
Mm-hmm.
they got a Jets Super Supreme pizza that would come with ham, and Bob was actually really cool in remembering that you don't like ham.
Not that I don't like it, it's just I literally cannot eat it.
Yeah, so I made sure that there was no ham on the pizza.
Aw, thanks.
If there is any under the cheese, just let me know. It's nothing intentional. Just sometimes I know they do that. But I checked all around every individual piece on the surface level. So if you bite and there's a piece of ham, just either throw it away or give it to me.
Yeah. Or, just try not to throw up.
Yeah.
Because, hey, pork makes me sick, chat.
Yeah. Gotta look out for the baby when there's pork based products around the food.
Some people are like, what do you mean you can't have pork? I'm like, it makes me sick.
Yep. Everyone's got their allergies, and that's okay.
But, like, they did, like, blood work for allergies and stuff, and they're just like, you don't have any. And I'm just like, that is BS. But okay.
Proud of you. You were straight up be like, bull. You're about to straight up be like, bull honky.
I mean, I don't care too much about that type of swearing.
No, I know. I know what I said. I'm just kind of thinking of broader audiences. You never know what a kid can come and chat. You're just like bull honky and then mother fudger and then The kid's like, haha, bull honky. And then a concerned mother somewhere is like, you gotta watch out for that Ender Misspell. He's saying stuff like bull honky and mother fudger.
What? Shut the fuck up.
Son of a biscuit. Listen here, you.
Do you remember, like, in high school, like, we kept trying to get away from with the swearing without
Yes.
swearing?
Yes.
So it's like, shut the front door was one that we did a lot.
I literally use mother fudger as a legitimate means of undercoating my curses. I'd lean in and like very, oh, listen here, mother fudger. I'm like, knock it off. You're gonna find out I made this system amongst the people, and then all the parents are gonna blame me, and then I'm not gonna be able to hang out with anyone because I made a system where people cuss in the secret code. That's probably already been a thing anyway, but here we are. And it's such a minuscule and dumb thing. Being like,
I mean, like, part of me is just like, there's a level of like, you need to have professionalism and not swear. But I'm like, what
well,
makes swearing unprofessional? You know what I mean?
I think the instance is there's a point of where there's times to cuss, times when not to cuss, and then times where possibly you just might be cussing too much.
Yeah.
Like I knew a dude where he would cuss in every like second to third part of every sentence, and I was like, brother.
That's just misusing the word. Like, if you know how to use the word and use it properly and artistically, go for it.
But what if I said like in every sentence of where he cussed multiple times, it was with whole intentions? Like not for any parameter to push a narrative, just it's literally how he talked. Which I will not reenact on this channel, but let me tell you, it was a spectacle. It'd be like, dude, you said what?
Boop.
Oh, is it a tool that helps you round out the circle?
This is a blender. So it's like basically when you take, you worked with pastels. You know, like when you like do this thing and you take your finger and then you smudge it.
Oh yeah.
So it's basically doing the same thing.
That's cool.
I just do it in circles to make the little. I gotta round out here. I need like a thing to tilt my tablet for me so when I can actually see my art better while I'm working on it.
Yeah. Understandably so. Or some would say, understandably no. But I want to say, understandably yes. Tried to impress anyone else except me because I'm pretty well impressed easily. Did a little bit better there.
Damn it, his one iris is so much bigger than the other one. Let's see. I'm gonna do the thing that I know I said I wasn't gonna do.
I was gonna say too that you don't want it too small either.
I want it to be at least a similar size.
Well, no, that's right.
This will at least get the pupil moved because the pupil's harder to do with him because of the fact that I don't have outlines for him.
Right.
You know, because like if I just doing regular eyes for regular people, I would have those like outlines and stuff, and
Regularized for regular people, where dry eyes need clear eyes.
Dry eyes.
Mm-hmm. Dry eyes deserve clear eyes.
There you go.
Wait, nice.
Yep.
Smart baby.
Just enough for me to be like, there you go. It's
It's definitely something. Yeah, I am super sniffly, chat, so I'm sorry.
it's okay. You're fine.
You never know. I've been paying attention to you. Someone could have came in for like a second. I was like, they're
No.
like,
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ. Like, oh no.
They're like, this guy is sniffling. Sounds like that guy's got some hell of allergies. I'm just kidding. Then all of a sudden, I do need to go to bed.
Okay. Go have fun.
Yes, as I expel toxins from my body. Waste from my body.
Okay, so there's that. Give them those little boopadoos. Going up there. Boopadoos. Going down here. And then just eyes are a lot of squiggles. So there are those. Next layer, and layer number 5. This is going to be a lot easier now. Everything else is set up. Let's make sure everything's going well. Okay, cool, cool. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So let's do boop. 5 is also going to end up being the glow effect in general for the bubbles. Oh yeah, okay. I think it's a little off in one respect, but go back down here. There we go. Just a tiny bit helps. Okay, back up to 5. Get that emerald blue in there. Blend them out.
So I hate
Mm-hmm.
how much hair is growing on my neck than actually growing on my face. Got a good look at it and was like, come on, man.
That means it's shaving time.
Yeah. Shaving time. Oi,
Oi,
oi.
you doing okay over there?
I'm doing mighty fine. Now that I'm home and I'm next to you, nothing can compare. Do 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 do.
Oh yeah.
Look into my eyes.
What's happening here? Come on. Okay, now we need this. Water.
Breathe.
No.
Yeah.
Ready for some fun shit?
Yeet.
This is the layer where the eyes really start to pop. Okay.
Hell yeah. I'm listening.
So we're in here. I'm gonna do this as a 6.
When you realize you started a conversation at like 3 in the morning and you're like, oh yeah, I wonder if they responded. It's like probably long gone now.
What are you doing starting conversations at 3 in the morning? It's my job.
Yeah, it's just like, also, hello, Ashby. And then it was like hours later into the next day. I'm eventually going to integrate myself more into the stoat over time.
Hell yeah.
But for now, I'm just being me.
So I can ask, baby.
Oh,
Look at these.
it's bubbling time. It's bubbling. It's bubbles time. It's.
You okay? Do you need more food?
No.
I love how long it took you to answer that. You're like,
Well, because I know me, and there's the part of my brain where it's like, you could eat more. I'm like, I know I could, but the rest of the pizza's for baby. Stop it, stomach. And my stomach's like,
you gave me like 5 pieces of pizza. I'm not gonna eat that much.
and guess how many pieces I had?
How many?
5.
Okay.
My brain, of course, is like, and I'm like, no, slow down. I can't keep eating all the pizza like this. You gotta take a moment to savor the flavor of the pizza. You my guy, you keep eating the pizza the way you do, and you're not gonna have much pizza left. You could put it in a Rubbermaid container with the red lid on it, and you then put the pizza in the fridge, and then you can take it out the next day for a lunch with maybe like an ice cold pop, and you heat up your pizza and you sit down with the ice cold pop, and that's a good time.
Would Christopher Walken call it a pop, or would it be a soda where they're from?
I don't actually know where they're from, so you never know. But while we're at it, that could be a fun, intriguing question with our last 10 minutes. Where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego. Sorry.
Where is Christopher Walken from? He's from Astoria, New York.
Okay, so yeah, he would call it. Thinking New Yorkers. New Yorkers call it soda pop because we're weird. We're like we mix and match. Sometimes we just call it Coke or we just call it Pepsi.
What do you call pop in New York?
At least like Buffalonians call it both soda and pop.
Nope. Yeah, you guys definitely called soda.
Okay.
Pop is a Midwestern thing. Although in the South, that's where you start getting into Coke territory. But not like Coca-Cola, just Coke. Like, you want a Coke?
Yeah.
You want a Diet Coke?
And Coke means everything.
Yeah, like, you want orange Coke? Like, and I'm like, so wait, what? 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 Like, yep. That's just what you get. You want a red Coke? What's red Coke? What?
Okay. Last layer. And
They
then I gotta do the
come
glorious.
along and they say, what are you doing here? Well, what are you
They
doing?
match. They match.
Yeah, one's more darker than the other.
Well, that's because I haven't done the last layer yet. And I gotta do the glowy bits. And that'll be it. I'm gonna at least finish the eyes before the end of the stream.
You got 10 minutes. I think you'll have it done before stream.
Oh yeah. That's why I wanted to get this one like done, and I'll just do the other two as like part of the time lapse thing, and then
Well, we also get to have you start the next bubbles. That's gonna be really fun, which is bubbles.
well, I'm gonna do that during the time lapse because I want to do each stream. Each project is 4 streams, and whatever I don't get done, then I just do.
Oh, gotcha.
Because otherwise, I'll be annoyed as hell with myself.
Fair. That is fair. That's fair. It's fair. Look into my eyes. Tell me, what do you see? Already, that makes the eyes just glow so much more. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Let me just go.
Your special feature programming presented by Bubble Vision.
Is Bubbles colorblind in any way?
Oh, that'd be adorable.
Do you think?
If you would be, we may not know.
Bring these down to 3 so I can actually do the finer details. There we go. That's what I want.
Then again, with how long the Interceptors have been together in the book, they would probably know. They would at least know that Bubbles could be colorblind if you made him colorblind.
Oh yeah. I want to make. I do have a character that is colorblind because he's a dog.
Treat. The dog has spoken.
I was talking about that movie earlier.
Oh, hell yeah. Jan, where's Freddy?
You'll be proud of me. I think I managed pretty well earlier today.
Hell yeah. Well, you said you were going to try and handle it by yourself, and you did. Very proud of
Thanks.
you. And the baby. Because all you got to do is try. And even if you fail, you still made an attempt. Much brighter. Very, very. Hell yeah. Much pupil, much iris. Very eye, very demure.
Very demure. Stop it.
I'm a natural goof by nature, but I'm also just a silly bunny.
See, this one's going to be a bit more because it's wider, so it's going to be brighter.
It's the bigger portal of being able to see in one's soul that people don't realize. Bubbles is going to ascend.
Dude, if Bubbles became like omnipotent in any way, we wouldn't have a story.
It would be funny. Bubbles just dissipates into the air. They're like, Bubbles! And then they don't hear. It just echoes around. Yeah. They're like, Bubbles? You're still alive? Like, what's your first decree of order? You still can't see color even though you're omnipotent? Well, that isn't our fault. We don't know how to help you with that. You're God now. Or, well, you're a God now. Yeah, buddy. Unfortunately, you're still going to not be able to see color. Sorry about that. I think at one point today, while I was hanging out with my parents and my grandma,
What?
I was starting to fall asleep, and I
Hmm.
think my mom, I think everyone was conveniently looking the other way. My grandma couldn't see me because she couldn't open her eyes, but Bob was looking off away in another direction while ordering the pizza, and like my brain kept thinking, "Oh yeah, pizza! Like I'm hungry. This pizza can be really good." And I felt my mom like last I saw my mom was looking in a different direction, and as I'm falling asleep, I swear I just felt myself open my mouth and just kind of did like a and I woke up and I was like, I woke up just from the motion of that being a thing that happened, and I was like, did I just stick out my tongue like I was lapping water like a dog? Because my brain was like pizza, and I went, ugh. And I was like, and at some point, I just started nodding off, and my mom's like, "You want us to close the door? Do you want to take a nap in this little recliner chair?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." She's like, "Jay, you must be exhausted." I'm like, "I mean, I've only been up since 7, and even then, that's not as early as some people get up every day."
Yeah, but we also went to bed at 4.
Shh. What? I actually appreciated staying up that late that one time because just with the news and everything, it was hard enough trying to, you know, coincide and think about the idea of sleep. Oh yeah, look at them eyes. That's what I'm talking about. The ring around the iris and his left eye
Hmm.
is really cool because it almost looks very rounded.
I try to make them similar, but at the same time, my brain's like, I don't have to because they're they're not. Are they are they a fixed shape? You know what I mean? Because he's a
Yeah,
water elemental, so like nothing about them is a fixed shape.
an art is just so much fun to watch being made. It's like hell yeah. Hmm. I do believe I'm going to sleep pretty well tonight, though.
Good, you deserve it.
I think. Hmm.
That one's like weird, but it's fine. I don't care enough.
I think it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, you sound exhausted.
Yeah, I'm
You're
sorry.
fine. Just gonna take this a little bit bigger. And let's do some soft erasing around so he's not super, super glowy, but he's just glowy enough. Do, 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 do. I think the bunny is falling asleep.
No, I'm awake. I did feel my mouth open a little bit, just hanging out. Oh man.
Okay, so finally for that eye glow, one last thing I gotta do is to give it a bit more dimension for them. Oh, they look so cute.
They do.
What I'm gonna do, a little fun, just gonna
Ooh, excuse me. I'm losing my traction.
you're fine.
Oh, that's pretty. To some people, it may not be considered the best, but at the same time, to see what he does, it looks really good, y'all. And I just like when he's proud of the things that he makes, while at the same time being able to watch his stuff be done from start to finish is a gift that I truly am, that I feel honored to receive.
His eyes are so close to everything else. It's gonna be a little bit of residual glow happening down here.
Hey. Oh, and the fact that I'm not on call tomorrow makes it all the better. Today was a good day, and tonight has been a great night.
Oh, good.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Think I think this one's done.
hell yeah. Proud of you.
Thanks.
You did it.
I was actually able to finish one on stream. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god. He did it. He did it. He did, he did, he did, he did, he did it.
So that helps add to the. Yeah.
Doosh.
Alrighty, I will say that that is. Oh, yeah, fix over here. Keep finding little areas. I'm just like, a little bit more. All right, y'all. That is all of bubbles for this one. I will probably be doing. I feel like it's not quite. Let me see. How was bubbles one done for the glow? There, but I feel like it might be a different color because that one seems more blue. That or it's just more done. Um, yeah, let me take that and just do a little bit. Balance them out. There we go.
Okay, I just had an idea.
Hmm.
It's a really good idea. And I lost it just because I had it. Oh.
Balance them, and then we are good. I think they're pretty well balanced.
Heck yeah.
That one, I still think the glow is a bit blue. I might have picked the wrong color because in my notes it's second from it's the second layer we redo for the eye glow, but it might be the third layer. But honestly, I will just alpha lock here because I can, and I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna take this. Take this. Come on, you. There we go. It makes it a bit more green. You're falling asleep.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're okay.
I'm gonna go get a glass of water.
You're good. I'm about ready to close up the stream, so we're just gonna do that.
Okay.
Come say goodbye with me.
Goodbye, everyone.
All right, these are our bubbles. Our
Good.
bubbles, our dewdrop, and our little guy here.
If you like what you see, come support. Come support my man.
Yeah, we'll do the thing. We'll add the links in the chat. I will talk to you all on not next week. Next week there are not going to be any streams, but there will be a YouTube release. And then after that, there will just be the stream the following week. But you can always keep up on the website. Website's always updated with what is and is not currently happening as far as stream goes. And there's also going to be on the Stoat. The link to the Stoat is on my website as well. But I will talk to you all next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.